Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the August 18th, 2025 City Council meeting. I would like to explain why the significance of why the elected officials are wearing these shirts. Saturday was the themed Then and Now parade for the bicentennial celebration, and many of us were in the parade at the top of the ladder truck, which was a very successful parade. So that is to acknowledge our participation and to encourage everyone to participate in the rest of the week's activities. With that being said, roll call, please.
Blendy.
Here.
Ernst.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
McIntyre.
Here.
Moss.
Here.
Sluter.
Here.
And Smith.
Here.
And now the Pledge of Allegiance, and as we stand up, the St. Jude group may also come forward after the Pledge of Allegiance.
Put me in the back.
And now I will ask Clerk Broad to read the proclamation, since Clerk Broad is a St. Jude runner herself.
Thank you, Mayor Stevens. I am honored to do this as a fellow St. Jude runner. Proclamation from the City of Washington. Whereas the St. Jude Washington to Peoria Satellite Run is part of a larger St. Jude Runs event, which together with other satellite runs and the Memphis to Peoria Run has raised more than $94 million since 1982 in support of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital's mission to find cures for childhood cancers and other life-threatening diseases. And whereas the St. Jude Washington to Peoria Run has proudly participated as a satellite run since 2008, demonstrating a shared commitment to helping St. Jude provide world-class treatment and care to children and families at no cost. And whereas in 2025, the St. Jude Washington to Peoria Run achieved a record-setting 200 participants and raised $625,018, contributing to the more than $5.4 million generated in the event's 18-year history. Whereas the St. Jude Washington to Peoria Run has become an annual tradition that unites runners, volunteers, supporters, community businesses, and St. Jude families in a shared commitment to life-saving causes. Now, therefore, I, Elijah Stevens, Mayor of the City of Washington, Illinois, on behalf of the Washington City Council, do hereby recognize the St. Jude Washington to Peoria Satellite Run and commend its organizers, runners, volunteers, sponsors, and supporters for their outstanding dedication, compassion, and commitment to making a difference in the lives of children and families. Proclaimed this 18th day of August, 2025.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second, Sluter.
Motion by Moss, second by Sluter. Any questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. Motion carries unanimously. Motion passes. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you for all the city does for us. We appreciate it a ton on the run day. Thank you. Like, am I allowed to say something?
Oh, yes, here.
Okay,
You know
sorry.
what? Why don't you sit down and
Oh, I'm very official. Okay.
press the green button?
Press, oh boy, this is like a lot. I know, for a minute, right? I'm back on. Okay. I want to say thank you. The town of the city of Washington is amazing for our run. We have a lot of things that we have going on that day, and we are covered all over, not only by the police department and the fire department, the city as a whole, the community, the businesses, like the support is huge, and we couldn't do it. We know we're blessed to be in this town. We truly people come from other towns, no pressure, but they come over to Washington because we know what's going. We've got a great team, a lot going on, and we are so thankful for this opportunity that you guys give us to just keep building and growing, and to one day, our job is to find a cure for cancer for these children, and we couldn't do it without the support that we have from our city. So, thank you.
You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting if you like. All right. Next item. Presentations, recognitions, proclamations. This is a proclamation for former Mayor Gary Menier. Whereas Mayor Gary W. Menier faithfully and honorably served the city of Washington, Illinois, as mayor for 24 years, guiding the community with commitment, vision, and love of Washington. And whereas, under his leadership, Washington experienced significant growth, economic development, and infrastructure improvements that strengthened the city's foundation for generations to come. And whereas, through his commitment to collaboration and service, Gary W. Menier brought together citizens, organizations, and resources to help establish Five Points Washington, a community center that stands today as a cornerstone for recreation, culture, and connection, enriching the lives of residents in the community. And whereas his compassionate leadership during times of crisis, including the November 17th, 2013 tornado, exemplified courage, resilience, and the spirit of unity that define the community of Washington. And whereas through his dedication to building strong relationships with state and federal representatives, senators, congressmen, and governors, Gary W. Menier fostered relationships that brought valuable resources, opportunities, and recognition to the city of Washington, making it a community where people are proud to live, eager to visit, and inspired to establish and grow their businesses. Whereas his legacy will endure in the thriving community he helped shape, the projects he brought to life, and the countless lives he touched with his leadership. Now, therefore, I, Lilia Stevens, Mayor of the City of Washington, Illinois, on behalf of the Washington City Council, do hereby recognize and honor Mayor Gary W. Menier for his extraordinary 24 years of service, leadership, and dedication to the people of Washington, and express profound gratitude for his commitment to making Washington a place we are proud to call home. Proclaimed this 18th day of August, 2025. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Martin, second by McIntyre. Any questions, comments?
Mayor.
Alderperson Martin.
So I just want to say thank you to Gary Menier, but also thank you to his wife and his kids and his grandkids for their sacrifice that they had to give up for all those years as well. And I will even say thank you to Caterpillar for the time that they gave him to allow him to be there for Washington in our time of need.
Cast your vote, please. The vote is unanimous. Motion carries. Thank you. Before we go on, we received correspondence from the mayor thanking us for the proclamation, recognizing him for his 24 years of serving this great city. Unfortunately, he had a commitment tonight and was unable to attend. One of the reasons probably he was unable to attend is because this was short notice. He and I had a conversation last week, and this being the bicentennial week, I thought it would be the appropriate time to honor him. And I do have to say that I really didn't give him much notice, so I'm sure he would have been here to receive this because, and we will get this to him soon. Thank you. Next. Oh, before we go on to audience comments, I want to talk a little bit about the bicentennial activities thus far and give some thank yous to, for example, Friday, the drone show that was put on by the Bicentennial Committee. That was one of their specific events. I don't know how many people were there, but it was a great success. Saturday, the parade, lots of people came out for the parade. That was a great success, too. Do any other people have any comments about Friday or Saturday or even Sunday? There was the Bark Centennial. Oh, the Tres Rojas, the balloon, glow balloon, and let's see, what else? There was something else there. Oh, the Bob Lee and his trains in his backyard. That was pretty cool. Anyone have any comments to make for any activities?
Mayor?
Alderperson McIntyre?
Yeah, I think I would like to just, state our appreciation to the Bicentennial Committee. It was a blessing to be at all these events. They've been outstanding events so far. People have commented how people will talk about the drone show for years to come, and truly, it was really spectacular. My kids enjoyed it, and I'll be honest, I've been to hundreds of fireworks, but that was by far one of the coolest things I've seen. It's great to see something like that in motion, and what a wonderful tribute to the city. They did such a great job, I think, just capturing so many elements of our town and our schools, and it was just a great community event. And then, again, the parade, phenomenal turnout. It was wonderful to see all the people, the businesses open, and stuff like that. And then the hot air balloons, while very warm, they made it even warmer. But it was well attended, and I think everyone that was there had a great time. We did not last long because my kids were way too hot, but they absolutely enjoyed it. So thank you to the Bicentennial Committee. It was a great kickoff, and as a continued events, just really try to make it available to go to them because they've all been excellent. So thank you.
I was remiss in saying that the parade was put on by the Park District and the Chamber of Commerce. Those are the two entities that were in charge of the parade. All right, moving on. Audience comments. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the council? Okay, no audience comments today. Next, review agenda, deletions or additions, discussion items only. Moving on to the consent agenda. We have items A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So I will read each one briefly. A, approve August 4th, 2025 regular city council meeting minutes. B, approve code enforcement administrative adjudication hearing officer reappointment. Approve Catherine Phase 2 request number 2. D is approve Washington Police Evidence Storage Pay request number 5. E, approve TIF payment request number 10, Tangled Roots 140 Washington Square. F, approve purchase authorization 700 Woodland Trail Storage Building, Siding and Roof Repair. G, approve bills and payroll. H, accept Police Pension Fund annual report for the fiscal year ending April 30th, 2025, unaudited per 40 ILCS 5-3141, corrected. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, McIntyre.
Second, Ernst.
Motion to approve by McIntyre, second Ernst. Any questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. Unanimous vote, motion carries. Thank you. Next, number 9, mayoral communications, requested actions. At this time, the first appointment is appointment of Jennifer Essig, John Edward Norland, and Adam Rankins to the Historic Preservation Commission. All the council received an email as well as the memo that is attached to this agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Smith.
Second.
A motion by Smith, second by Johnson. Any questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. The vote is unanimous. Motion carries. Thank you. The second appointment is for Katie Beal, Lisa Sherman, Brian Tibbs, and Randy Wall to the Tree Board. And the same descriptions as for the number 1, the council received an email as well as the linked information on the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve appointment to the tree board.
Second, McIntyre.
Motion by Smith, second by McIntyre. Any questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. Unanimous vote, motion carries. Thank you. The next item on the agenda, recap of August's Let's Talk Washington. So thank you to the Historical Society. We had a good group. It was over a dozen people. I don't remember exactly how many, but it was over a dozen people. We had good conversation. And the next Let's Talk Washington will be sometime in September. Again, I vary the days and the times, hoping to catch people's schedules because everybody has a busy schedule, and sooner or later, one of them will fit your needs. So that information will be coming up, and just check the website for September's Let's Talk Washington. Oh, one other, I need to recognize the fire department. So last week, the Illinois State Fire Marshal was in town because they recognized our volunteer fire department because the Washington Fire Department is the first volunteer fire department to have installed 1,000 smoke alarms, and it's a program, I believe it's called Be Alarmed, and that's quite an accomplishment for our fire department, and it shows how dedicated they are to the residents of our community because, as I said before, this is a volunteer fire department, and they take their own time to do this. So thank you to the fire department, and especially Brian Barron. Next, City Administrator Communications, Staff Reports, Requested Actions, and that would be to Dennis Carr, Interim City Administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. The first item that we have on the agenda this evening is the council report from Friday. Are there any questions or comments regarding the council report?
I have a couple questions, or actually one. I hadn't heard any update, and I saw that there are a couple updates, and I don't know that the council had much visibility to the space study vendor selection. Is that, seems like that's moved forward, and is there more of an update and kind of how that process went?
Yeah, so the selection committee, which was made up of the department heads and then the mayor, had interviews with the 3 top firms. After the 3 different interviews, we sat down, we had a discussion, and we all kind of felt one firm really had a strong advantage over the other 2. We're going to move forward with negotiating with them, but instead of sharing who that is, if negotiations go south, then we'll shift to the second firm. But in general, the 3 firms that we did interview were FGMA, a firm called Williams Architects, and then a third firm was Dewberry. there are no other comments. The second item is an update to the electric aggregation program. This kind of fell on us all of a sudden. I think we'd been looking for something closer to September, but the negotiations for Home Field and Vistra got pretty aggressive pretty quickly, and so they were able to lock in some numbers moving forward for kind of our subgroup area that is the Peoria area. So that update is sitting on the council agenda here. If there's any questions or comments. Hearing none, can move on to the resolutions this evening. We have one, the synopsis of which is the approval of this resolution would reduce the amount of time to pay for nuisance abatement charges from 45 days to 7 days. By title, the nuisance abatement cost payment timeline reduction code amendment.
Do I have a motion to approve the nuisance abatement cost payment timeline reduction code amendment?
Motion to approve, McIntyre.
Smith, second.
Motion by McIntyre, second by Smith. Questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. Unanimous vote, motion carries. Thank you.
We have one first reading ordinance this evening. The synopsis of which is the adoption of this ordinance would allow for a non-owner occupied short-term rental to operate at 301 South Main Street. By title, a special use request by Katie and Kevin Beal to allow a residential non-owner occupied short-term rental at 301 South Main Street. Are there any questions on that item? Hearing none, we have three second reading ordinances on the agenda this evening. The first of which, the synopsis is the adoption of this ordinance would approve a TIF redevelopment agreement with Washington Square Condominium North Unit Owners Association for the redevelopment of 101 Washington Square. By title, the 101 Washington Square TIF redevelopment agreement.
Do I have a motion to approve the 101 Washington Square TIF redevelopment agreement?
Motion to approve, Martin.
Second, Moss.
Motion to approve by Martin, second by Moss. Any questions, comments? Cast your vote, please.
Mayor, sorry.
Sorry. Alderperson Blondie.
Bobby
Oh,
was-
there's two. Oh,
Yeah, I thought you were-
Alderperson Blondie.
Hey, just a couple questions on this. So one, I guess, for that particular property, I guess, over the course of the entire life of the TIF district, how much money has that property received?
I'm sorry, I don't have that information in front of me.
Okay. But I mean, it's certainly been significant right over the years because obviously with that property right there, I mean, we can tell it's really been redone quite a bit. I mean, it looks really nice, attractive. With the grant that, or not, the TIF amount set aside for, I'm drawing a blank on the words here, for the brew pub, for the event space and that. Are they, where's the status of that? Are they actively working on that, or, I mean, it looks like it's not really being actively worked. Do you know?
Yeah, it is in process of being sold is what I'm aware of at this point. I was told by the prospective purchaser that they expect a closing. Well, this is probably 3 weeks ago now that they said they would be closing within 60 days. So I would say at this point, assuming nothing has changed within the next 40 to 45 days, expect a closing on that property.
Okay.
The new prospective owner has indicated that they plan to take the redevelopment to continue on from where it had left off. But at this point, it's somewhat speculative. We have not heard anything concrete. So I'm saying that somewhat out of turn and somewhat on behalf of the prospective purchaser.
So that redevelopment agreement would still apply, even though it's not with the original people that I guess it was signed with, or?
If they continue with the same terms that are in the agreement, yes. If not, then it would require a new agreement.
Okay. Did they give any indication when they may, like, finish that, or?
I don't know. We had been pressing the, I guess, term it the current owner to at least finish the exterior work. As anyone can see, there is still some outstanding work on the facade of the building that we were hoping would have gotten buttoned up before they were starting to move through the closing process. Obviously, that has not happened. So if and when it does sell, we are going to push the new owner to at least finish that. Obviously, we want them to finish the rest of the project, but the exterior is the goal for us immediately.
Okay. And then the Foster building sold right in Bronx. Have either one of those new owners, have they approached about any potential projects that would require a TIF fund?
We've had contact with both of those owners. I would, in fact, we have a meeting tomorrow with the new owner of the former Foster's building. I do anticipate that we will get a TIF application for that one, probably before we do see something for the Bronx building, but I do anticipate we will see something for both those buildings here at some point in the near future.
Okay. Do you have any idea, like the scale of that or how much?
I don't. We've got a decent idea. The Foster's building did have some work done to it, most notably tuck pointing maybe 6-7 years ago. So I don't know yet. Part of the meeting tomorrow is to hear a little bit more about what they may be looking at doing. The Bronx building is more structural in nature, some of the improvements that need to be made with that. The owner has also talked about doing some other interior modifications to maybe split the building. It's not the most desirous space in terms of its depth for a typical retailer, so there's been some interest in maybe splitting that up to divide the space, but nothing has been talked about substantive on that project.
Okay. And last question. So it goes through 2033, right, the TIF?
Yes.
Is that, okay. So I guess my only concern would be, knowing that there's some things kind of up in the air. I think a lot of money has been put into this existing property here. I don't know that I support putting more money in here without knowing some of those other unknowns of potential other buildings and projects that may require significant, TIF funding. Knowing that, given kind of the current balance of where we're at in the TIF fund, doesn't leave a lot of room for the next 8 years, maybe to potentially add some additional projects in there. So that's it.
Any other questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. The vote is 7-1. Motion carries.
The second reading we have on the agenda this evening, the synopsis of which is the adoption of this ordinance would approve an agreement with Frank and Lucine Bray for planned building and property improvements at 1503 Washington Road by title, Washington Commercial Building and Property Improvement Grant Program Agreement with Frank and Lucine Bray.
Do I have a motion to approve the Washington Commercial Building and Property Improvement Grant Program Agreement with Frank and Lucine Bray?
Motion to approve, Smith.
Second, McIntyre.
Motion by Smith, second by McIntyre. Any questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. Unanimous vote, motion carries. Thank you.
The last second reading we have on the agenda this evening, the synopsis of which is the adoption of this ordinance would approve an agreement with Cherry Tree Plaza LLC for planned building and property improvements at 1 Cherry Tree Shopping Center by title, Washington Commercial Building and Property Improvement Grant Program Agreement with Cherry Tree Plaza LLC.
Do I have a motion to approve Washington Commercial Building and Property Improvement Grant Program Agreement with Cherry Tree Plaza LLC?
Motion to approve, Smith.
Second, Ernst.
Motion to approve Smith, second Ernst. Questions, comments? Cast your vote, please. Unanimous vote, motion carries. Thank you. Next item, number 14, alderperson comments. Do I have any alderpersons wishing to comment?
I do.
Alderperson Sluter.
Yeah, I just want to echo earlier about the bicentennial. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Drone show. I had people that came outside the city to see it, and they've never been a part of it, but it was just fantastic. All around, everyone that's involved with it. I just didn't say anything earlier, but appreciate it a lot. Second thing, working with Alderperson Johnson, Ward 1 is planning to try to get us in a study room. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Study room, and just kind of open it up, kind of like this. I guess the city. What's it called again?
Let's Talk Washington.
Thank you. Let's talk Washington. Yeah, let's talk Ward 1. Sure.
Ooh, that sounds great. That does.
No, so we're gonna do that. We're looking to try to do that August 27th at 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And that's in a study room inside the library. So we'll plan to be there. So anyone from Ward 1 is invited to be there. So with questions or anything, do you have anything to add, Alderperson Johnson?
Well, Mayor, if I may.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and you don't have to have a complaint or a question to come. If you just want to meet us and know who is sitting up here representing you, since we're both new, I'm sure there are a lot of people who don't know us. And I just wanted to echo everyone else's comments about the bicentennial. I had a lovely conversation with a couple from out of town in the food truck line at the block party on Friday. And they were saying how much they love visiting Washington. They have family from the area, and they said, we just love coming here. It's friendly, it's small town, it kind of feels like being in Mayberry. And I heard that kind of comment from so many people, like just this enthusiasm about the type of town that a lot of people in big cities and stuff don't even think exists anymore. And I literally heard that over and over at every event this weekend. So just, again, appreciation to the Bicentennial Committee and the Historical Society and the Park District. And I'm forgetting somebody. The chamber, yes, thank you, Joni. But anyway, it's all just fantastic. I'm looking forward to more this week. So, thank you.
Alderperson Martin?
Yes. So I just want to say we had our first EDC meeting, and it went really well. We're all very excited to move forward with this. So we will have our core objectives and our plan to kind of let you guys see, hopefully after our next meeting, which will be the second Tuesday.
Any other comments? All right. With that, I would like to ask for a motion to move into executive session.
Motion.
For executive session.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah. Motion for executive session.
Second, Smith.
Okay, Moss, motion, second Smith.
It's 2C11 litigation.
Oh, I have to read it, yes.
That's right.
Okay, is that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 5 ILCS 120-2C11 litigation when an action against, affecting on or behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting. And there will be no action coming out of this executive session. Okay, now we can vote. Cast your ballots, please. Unanimous vote, motion carries. We will go into executive session. Does anybody need a little break? Oh, I think I said there's no action, right? There is no action. All right. The last item on the agenda is adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second. Sluter.
Do we? Okay, motion to adjourn was who? Ernst, second by? Sluter. All those in favor say aye. Motion carries. Motion carries, thank you.